Hey guys, so if you've been watching my story for a little while, you know that I cook eggs ahead of time and keep them in the fridge. I'll cook them up with eggs and mushrooms, but today I'm going to teach you how to make these handy dandy little egg cups that you can grab and get on the go with, that aren't as gross looking as like pulling scrambled eggs out of the fridge. So you can put anything you want into these. Today I'm going to be putting mushrooms and onions and garlic and some other flavorings and some turkey burger, and I'm gonna walk you through the whole thing and it's gonna be fun. These are a really easy way to calculate exactly what you're getting macro-wise and to have something that's already done, pretty delicious. You heat it up real quick in the microwave, like 30 seconds, and boom, breakfast is ready. Let me first say that making videos is not my forte, and right now you, my viewer, are propped up in my kitchen cupboard because I don't have fancy lighting or a camera. I have an iPhone that is probably going to break soon because I've had it for like a year and I drop it all the time. So by turkey burger, I actually meant turkey sausage. I get just Genio turkey sausage. It's like 100 calories per 2 ounces, and I'm just gonna cook the whole thing up. And mushrooms, I just buy them already pre-sliced because I can. And boom, wow, I'm good at this. There we go. Okay, while our fillings are cooking, we're gonna go ahead and make the egg mixture. So because I wanna make 12 of these, because I'll typically eat 2, they're about 100 calories a piece, so I'll eat 2 every morning. 12 of them will last me 6 days if Seth doesn't steal any of them. If I tell him there's turkey burger in it, he probably won't. So I'm going to measure out 6 eggs because I want about a half an egg yolk worth of egg in each egg cup, and then we'll fill up the rest with egg whites to make the bulk of it. So, fun fact, because I used to work in a full-scale breakfast place, I can crack 2 eggs with one hand. I can crack 2 eggs at once. Boom. Okay, now that we've established that I can't actually crack 2 eggs with one hand, it's actually both hands, 2 eggs. I actually used to work at a place called the Roadhouse. Shout out to Talkeetna, Alaska. I worked there in 2010. The end of 2010, because I actually graduated culinary school July of 2010 because I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school, and mom was like, learn to cook, so I did. But that was a long time ago, and today I keep it pretty simple with my cooking, but I still remember a few things. So big pro tip here, if you love onion, I love onion. Like the onion mushroom combo I think is delightful, but in these egg cups you don't have much room. These are really little if you aren't familiar with cupcakes. If you aren't familiar with cupcakes, we need to have a talk. But anyway, so I use dried minced onions for this, also because they soak up some of the extra moisture that you're going to have. Okay, everything's fine over here. They soak up some of the extra moisture, so they actually help bind everything together and make a really nice, not runny or slimy little egg cup. So definitely recommend. You can put whatever flavorings you want in here. What I'm going to do today is I'm adding some garlic powder. Again, with the moisture, you don't want to add excess moisture. I'm going to add some oregano, maybe some thyme, some black pepper, and I think I'm going to put some part skim mozzarella cheese in there. But all you want to do for now is mix your eggs. Can you see that? No? That was my legs? Okay. All you want to do for now is mix your eggs, because actually I'm going to pause this and redo it. If I just showed you like my crotch, I'm going to delete this. Alright, we're good. I'm not going to delete anything. You saw the eggs. So all you're going to do is whisk your eggs up with a metal whisk or a non-stick whisk and put your seasonings in there, whatever you like. I put chives in there before. Really, it can be anything, whatever you fancy. And then you're going to pour those into the egg cups. Then you'll add the sausage and the mushrooms, a little bit of cheese, and then you'll finish filling up the cups with the egg whites. Don't mix the egg whites in right now, because if you end up with too much, it throws off your count. So, like, I can get really specific with how I calculate my macros right now. But if I mix up too much and then like I have to turn it into an omelet, things are kind of off. So I recommend doing it this specific way. Remember too that if you are using ham in here or you're using turkey sausage like I did, there's seasoning in that as well, especially salt, and so you don't really need to salt these. That's always something you can do later once they're done, you're reheating them for breakfast. If they don't have enough salt, you can put salt on them, guacamole on them, straight salt on them, hot sauce on them. So I would recommend not salting these right now, because if you put too much salt in them, like what goes in does not come out, if that makes sense. You feel me? I know you do. All right, make sure that you spray all of your egg cup pans, or you're gonna be in for a really kind of crappy surprise when they come out of the oven. Okay, for the sausage, I'm not going to measure each individual egg cup. I'm just going to evenly distribute it, because regardless of whether you take in 10 extra calories today or tomorrow, like if there's an extra 1/4 of an ounce of sausage in one cup versus the other, you're still over the course of several days going to eat the total amount of turkey sausage, and it's really not going to have a huge effect. Dang, these look good. I freaking love mushrooms. So when I was a kid, my mom was teaching me some stuff about cooking. One of the first things she taught me was that when mushrooms are done cooking, they squeak. And for the longest time, I thought that was mushrooms like screaming out in pain, and I remember feeling really, really badly for them. So, fun fact about Brenna's childhood, I had mushroom sympathy. Okay, for portioning the egg yolks and spices, well, not just egg yolks, like whole eggs. Whole eggs! I will use a little cup just so that they're all kind of even. It makes it easier to scoop. I don't know if you know anything about egg yolks, but they're kind of like slimy, and they'll make a big mess if you just like try and pour them and then stop pouring, and it like just becomes a disaster. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Some of these are naturally going to have a little bit more than others. Like you can see, I kind of overfilled this one and maybe underfilled that one because I did these first and didn't want to run out. But it doesn't really matter. In the end, you're going to end up eating all of the calories anyways, and it'll kind of balance out over a couple of days. Next, I'm going to add the mozzarella, and I do measure this. I do a little bit less than a tablespoon, and I always just scoop it with a tablespoon. Just makes it really quick and easy. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, now we've got everything in the little egg cups that need to be in there. Now is the time when you top them off with egg whites, and remember that you forgot to turn on the oven. Okay, while we're waiting on the oven to heat up, I'm gonna fix my hair, and I wanna talk to you a little bit about authenticity on social media and why I think people get so burned out so often. And this happens to me all the time too. I'll get in a groove for a little while, and then it's like, again, this place where I'm questioning what I'm posting, or I'm wondering what to post, or I feel like I'm running out of ideas. And what I found is that most of the time, that means that I'm not being authentic. I'm not talking to you all about what's really going on in my life. I'm not telling you the whole truth. I'm comparing myself to other people. I'm trying to be something else. I'm trying to be other influencers that I see on Instagram, which is fine. Like, it's not wrong to admire other people or to see the value in what they provide, but when you start being like, well, she's doing this and I'm not, or I can never live up to that, or how does she get so many followers, or like how do they come up with all these great ideas, that's when Instagram and social media in general just gets really negative. And it is 100% okay to unfollow people who make you feel a certain type of way. That does not mean that what they're posting is wrong or negative, or that they should stop sharing their value. But if it is impacting you a certain way, like, it is your playground. This is 100% your playground, and you get to say who plays on it and who you don't want there, and it's okay. It is totally okay. I guarantee that if they even notice you unfollowed them, if they asked why and you were like, man, I'm just struggling, like, if someone told me that, I'd evaluate what I'm putting out there and making sure that it's positive, but also, like, I would 100% understand completely. So I just want to say that, what was I going to say? Losing my train of thought. If you are struggling to come up with things to post, like, let me just tell you how much value you have. You have so much value you don't even understand it. You have had experiences in life, you know things, you have skills, you have all kinds of stuff that people around you would die to know, would love to watch,
And you need to tap into that, not tap into something similar to something else that someone else is doing. You know, you need to look at what's going on around you. What do you do on a day-to-day basis that helps you be successful? What makeup routine do you have? Because Lord knows I need some help with that. What's your favorite recipe? What are your life hacks? Like, I'll tell you one right now. Tyson's already cooked spicy chicken fillets with Old House Farms ranch dressing. Tastes like spicy chicken nuggets dipped in ranch. And it is phenomenal. I will share the whole thing on your story, but it's like little stuff like that people want to know. Maybe your talent is in business. Maybe your talent is in landscaping. Maybe your talent is in making things grow or decorating a home. Lord, I'm jealous of that. I don't have that skill. Look, I have no furniture. What I'm saying here is that if you are feeling burned out on social media, you're probably not. You're burned out on comparing yourself to other people. So stop. You don't need to take a break. Like, you don't need to be like, I'm going to cleanse myself of social media for a week. Like, it's going to be the exact same when you come back. You're going to struggle the exact same. Learn to press through it. Learn to identify the things that you are insecure about sharing, because there's no reason to be. You're being insecure about yourself and about the things that make you who you are. Start working through that and you will hit burnout so much less. Not only on social media, but in life. So I'm going to go check on the oven real quick. Thanks for listening to my soapbox. Okay, eggs are in the oven, so let's take a quick pause, and I'm going to take my OptiGreens because I haven't done it yet today. Man, I need to get better at this videography thing. Back in the cupboard you go. So, today, let's talk about entrepreneurship. So, every day of the week, I have a theme, and it's one big task that I need to get done. Excuse me. And it's different every day. So I choose to identify one thing every single day that will make or break my success as an entrepreneur. And there are always like 20 million things that need to get done that never end. I could work 24/7 and it will never end. But you can't do that, you will burn out. So I choose to pick one big thing every single day that will make me more successful or further my brand or have the biggest impact on my clients or the people I come into contact with. So I'm going to talk to you about those. Let me grab a shaker real fast. Okay, I also kind of thought about editing this video because I'm not the best speaker and I say a lot and whatever, but that's not who I am. So, hi. I'm going to do my OptiGreens. So, I divide my week up by the major tasks. So, on Monday, I think about all of the posts that I want to put into the Level Up project and all the value that I'm going to share in that Facebook group, because that is one of my primary business purposes. On Tuesday, I update all of my other social media plans. So I have 2 business pages on LinkedIn, I have 2 business pages on Facebook. I do my Instagram day by day currently. I have planned it out before, but lately I like being able to say what's on my mind for that day. So I don't plan that out. I do plan out a lot of my Twitter, and I repurpose content consistently, because you can't expect to come up with like 10 different pieces of content every single day and still sound original and same. So you want to like take one core piece of content and break it into like different ways of communicating it, and then put it onto your different platforms. And this gets you seen by audiences who are not different per se, but they're in different mindsets. So like your audience on, if you're an entrepreneur, pay attention to this. Your audience on social media does not want to be sold anything. They're there to be entertained. If they want something, they'll reach out to you. This is true most of the time. Your audience on Pinterest or LinkedIn are different. On Pinterest is a search engine. So people who are searching for things are already partway through the sales cycle. So if you have something that fulfills a need for them, they are much more likely to be interested in it. People on LinkedIn they tend to have more education, they tend to be the decision maker in the buying process, they tend to also have more buying power. So when you are addressing people on LinkedIn, you want to be a little bit more professional, you want to include a little bit more education, you want your post to be a little bit more polished, and that is what I do on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I develop either a blog post or a video, which is what I'm going to be doing with this content tomorrow. Today is actually Tuesday while I'm filming this. And I'm not super good at video, so hopefully in the coming months I will get better, but we're gonna start with what we got. It's another thing, just start. Like, don't wait until you're ready or whatever, just start. Thursday, shoot, what do I do on Thursday? Friday, I program all my clients. If I don't get them all done, I finish them up on Saturday. It helps me to have like one consistent train of thought. I engage with all of them that day. Thursday, I do something important that I don't remember right now. Anyway, so at the end of the day, I judge whether the day was successful or not by whether or not I got my one thing done, not by how many DMs I replied to or comments I replied to or other extracurricular things that maybe I needed to do that day or should have done that day, but by the one most important thing that needed to get done that day to further my success. So maybe apply that. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. This is what works for me. And y'all have been asking me to share more behind the scenes stuff. This is it. I gotta get a glass and take these reads. Dang, I'm realizing now that I can talk for like ever. Didn't really think I could. Actually, last year is kind of funny. Last year, I wouldn't get in front of the camera at all. I was too terrified. I needed to make a video for someone else who asked me to do a review for them, and it took me like 27 tries, and I finally just like sent it and tried to forget about it, and now I'm like, all right. I'm gonna hop off of here, and we'll hop back on when the eggs are done. Ooh, yeah, wow, these look delicious. My house smells awesome. So you want to remember that eggs rise and they're going to expand, so they're not going to come out looking like perfect little egg cups. You're going to have a little bit of spillage, which is why you don't want to overfill the cups when you are topping them off. Like this one turned out just about perfect. But yeah, eggs grow. Okay, my house smells amazing right now. Those took 20 minutes at 400 degrees, so write that down. And the macros came out to 88 calories a piece with 9 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and like 0.1 grams of carbs. And I will put the screenshot from MyFitnessPal on there. I actually already had a recipe for egg cups in there, and I just edited it a little bit with the measurements that I used this time. I keep track of what I put in by writing everything down on a little envelope as I'm going, because otherwise if you need to like change or adjust after you've already put in your phone, it's kind of a pain, especially if you're using your phone like I am to film this. I'm gonna go clean the kitchen. That's another reason why I really haven't done a lot of videos yet. I don't have like a glorious, glamorous kitchen or anything with great lighting. It actually has kind of shit lighting, and I am not the housekeeper of the year, but that's my life. I'm not the housekeeper of the year. I'm busy running 2 businesses, and that keeps me going most of the time. My office, though, is like on point, but whatever. Like, you find your own groove, and you roll with it, and you find the things that you can't live with, and then you find the things that you can't live without, and you just make it work, and that's kind of how success happens. So I'm gonna go pull these out of the pan. I'll put up the final macros, and then thank you for tuning in. I'm going to actually add to this video and put it on YouTube, so if you wanna see the whole thing, I don't know what all I'm gonna put on there yet, but if you wanna see the whole thing, go find the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube, pretty please. I feel like I'm kind of entertaining sometimes, maybe just because I'm forgetful, whatever. And y'all have a wonderful rest of your day.